Hey everybody, we're back so soon. I wanted to finish up the screen printing process with you guys that we had started the other day with the backs of the Journey shirts. With screen printing ink, it does need to be cured, which just means bringing it up to a high temperature for a certain amount of time depending on what products you're using. I have played with these a lot, so I use 400 degrees on my heat press here for 30 seconds. So there are a ton of different products you guys can look into. I got this one actually on Amazon. It comes with it came with an attachment for hats, mugs. It's nothing really fancy, but at least if you wanted to kind of play with things, you can do that. So I just kind of look at different websites and see what degree and how long they recommend pressing different material and different inks. Okay, so we're going to finish up the shirts that we had started the other day. Here's the front and the back. So with my press, always just make sure that the design is centered on the platform here. Cover with parchment paper. That's just to protect the underside of your press if for whatever reason your ink might be still wet, if you're pushing it too fast, or I don't know, some other schmut on there. It protects it from going underneath. So when you press it, start the timer. These will go for 30 seconds. It beeps at me when it's done. And then I like to have the same process for all of my batch of shirts. So I started with the back of this one, so I'll do the back, front. Then when I put my next shirt on, I'll do back, front. So it helps my brain get less confused on which side I've already done. There have been some shirts that I've done that I'll do the same side a couple times because I'm like, did I do this side already? I can't remember. So when you take it off, you'll see there's a little line that's just like basically if you ironed it. It's just a big iron. Flip it to the front and set it again. So I will do back, front on this entire batch of shirts so that I know that I've done both sides. There are some articles you'll read that will say if you're doing a front and a back, you don't have to do each side. I tend to err on the side of caution. I'd much rather press each side and have it for sure done than not cured at all. So I don't want to risk having it come out, especially if it's for a customer or a gift for a friend. I would just feel really bad if they took it home and washed it and it came out. So that's basically what it looks like. I do want to show you a sweatshirt real quick because we have a sweatshirt for my friend here. So I did this printing while it was during the speed up session of the first video. So when I did it, I unzipped it so I could lay it flat on my surface because this is a zip-up hoodie instead of a pocket hoodie. So it's pretty self-explanatory, really. If you just think about it, you just want as flat as you can get. So make sure that the hood is not in the way, that it's centered, there's no zipper. The pocket hoodies are a little bit more difficult. I ended up purchasing, it's a heat press pillow. So you can put it in and then it makes the surface completely even, just so that there aren't some surfaces being contacted at 100% and then others at like 50%. So it just kind of creates an even surface. So if it's something that you'll be doing a lot of, I would look into getting a heat press pillow. They have different widths, heights, thicknesses, all kinds of different things for depending on what surfaces you're using. When we flip this to do the front, because it's so close to the edge, you'll see what I mean, that you just have to make sure that your surface is being pressed with the heat but not getting in the way with the zipper. So because we want that pressure and the heat, that's what presses it into the actual fabric. So the back is done. This material down here is a little bit kind of, I don't want to say sticky because it's not sticky, but it sticks to fabric a little bit. So there's my front, and I'm going to put it to where the zipper is actually in the back, and that way we're not pressing on the zipper. I don't think it would damage the zipper at all. I just don't want any other things in the way of my press. So You can see this is completely flat. So when I put my parchment paper on, there will be nothing in the way of it. So, and start the timer. I'm going to finish up this batch and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm almost done with this batch of shirts, heat pressing both sides. I wanted to share a couple little things with you. So I had purchased these stickers. I don't know how well you can see them, but there's sizes, little stickers with the sizes per sticker. So I like to take them and put them on each shirt when they're done, so that as the business or customers or whoever are going through, they can just easily glance at, this is where I usually put my stickers, so they can kind of flip through. I try to put them in size order, but it makes it easier than having to pull out every single one to look at the size. The other thing I wanted to share with you was, I know that a few shirts discolor under heat. The red is one of them. Oh good, you can see it really, really well. Please, please, please try to put in the back of your mind, if you're using shirts like this and you heat them, they can discolor, but it's only because they're hot. I don't know why. I'm not an engineer. I don't understand the chemical reactions between the ink and the heat. But when it cools off, it goes back to exactly the same color as it was before. But when you pull it off that heat press, there is a moment of panic when you're like, oh no, what did I do to my shirt? So just have it somewhere in the back of your mind that you heard some lady blabbing about it, and that it's not that your shirt is ruined, it's just that it's hot. I'm going to finish up these shirts, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. So like and subscribe, check out my website, let me know if you found any of this interesting, and have a great day. Bye!